One group of people whose spirits haven't been dampened by the weather are the catering staff.
Wish we were invited. Not working.
116 waiters and waitresses, all with silver service experience, have been bussed in from London, but they didn't actually find out who they'd be working for until they arrived at David and Victoria's gates.
Absolutely massive. Huge. Amazing. Looks like a doll's house. It kind of lovely. So wow.
I had a feeling that it might be something like this, but I thought, oh no, that can't be real. And then we found out on the bus, and it was just amazing to be doing something like this. Yeah.
In the pouring rain.
I have to say I'm actually quite nervous. This is probably the most prestigious event I've ever done, and I don't know, it's sort of about, God, who am I going to drop a fork on? Who am I going to spill a glass of champagne over? It's not going to happen, but it's something you're nervous about, definitely. We would love to be there in our best dresses. That'd be gorgeous, but there you go. We get to serve people, so, I mean, it's just as good.
Last to arrive on the big day are the chefs. There are 41 of them, and they'll have to be at the top of their game to deliver Gordon Ramsay's menu to the standards that he always demands.
Got your spare backup hot cupboards and turbos down there.
Lindy Redding is the head of the catering firm, and responsibility for getting the food right on the night rests with her.
Excited? No, not really. Nervous? Quite nervous. This one's a little bit different because obviously it's big and it's got some very important people. We're doing full courses, so it's quite a big menu. And there is an awful lot of produce. So we had 300 chickens, so we've got 600 portions. 30 cases of tomatoes for the consommé, 90 kilos of tuna, 1,200 courgettes. When I first got involved in the party, we realised the sort of level of people that were coming here, and the vast sort of different people that were coming. There will be some different dietary requirements for vegetarian option, vegan, dairy-free. We did a no-carb one, but no one's actually said they don't want any carbs.
It might just be 4 courses, but with all the variations and 5,000 canapés to prepare, it's a menu for only the most experienced of chefs.
We couldn't have had your lasagna, could we, for dinner?
Well, we couldn't. It's good though. Don't knock it.
Anything with mincemeat, she's great.
I'm good with mincemeat. And spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah, mincemeat.
Cannelloni.
Mincemeat.
Yeah, but I'm good. My point is, we've had a lot of really great people help us out.
In total, almost 300 people are working flat out to make this party a success. There's still a huge amount to do though. 4,500 pieces of sterling silver cutlery need to be laid out, nearly 2,000 crystal glasses, and there are 500 names to spell right. Meanwhile, Rob Van Helden has 50 table displays to create with birch trees, white roses and butterflies made from feathers and Chinese silk.
Each tree is going to be decorated with white butterflies and some hanging night lights. About 500 butterflies in total. Victoria absolutely loves butterflies. Great passion for butterflies, so it'll be a proper little woodland.
If he finishes them on time, Rob's table displays will be a huge talking point. And so will the uber-cool mirrored dance floor, which was only 6 inches square when Victoria last saw it.
The dance floor obviously is always a focal point of an event, and with a mirror finish it creates a real talking point. People are wondering how they're going to dance on here, whether it's going to sit up their skirt, that sort of thing. It's quite an amazing effect, and also when you project the lighting onto here, then it just projects all over the ceiling as well, and it will look like a swimming pool. This is all going to stay protected right up until the last minute, sort of 7:30, 7:45, this will be the last thing to be done.
Time is ticking by, and to add to the tension, the host comes to check on progress.
I came in here last night and I was like, oh God, there's so much to do, but then it was like that the last time we done it, so but it's amazing.
We've actually got 13 on this table at the moment.
Is Ronaldo on that table now?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Lucky number?
Yeah.
I would shake your hand, but it's, am I allowed to? Yeah? You're right. Thank you for today.
I just take a double look first of all. I sort of caught his eye at this and didn't realise I had to sort of take a second glance, but yeah, it was quite cool meeting.
See you later.
As soon as he came in the room, everyone was quite excited.
Said hello. Friendly.
Having set a few hearts fluttering in the kitchen, David continues his tour with the unflappable Peregrine, who seems to have everything under control.
Yeah, everyone takes their seats. Ray Winston's going to walk up and say, welcome, have a great evening.
He still makes mistakes, Peregrine.
Peregrine, well, what's he done?
Took me around the marquee this morning. So we're walking round and James Brown's people was doing the rehearsal. So I went backstage and James Brown's son's there. So I get introduced to him, and then James Brown's next to him. And Peregrine goes up and says, David Beckham, you know, this is James Brown. And I was like, you know, really nice to meet you, I'm really honoured. And I was like, really doesn't look like him. I've never met him in the flesh, but really doesn't look like him. So I'm thinking, I'm sure that's not him. It can't be him. So then I rung Peregrine up after. I said, are you sure that's James Brown? And he said, I'm really sorry, it's a lookalike.
Well, he's part of the team, but he does look like him.
But I've just embarrassed myself ridiculously.
That's all right.
Again.
Back in the marquee, Catherine Fuller's trying to keep a track of who's coming and making sure that they'll actually get in when they arrive.
Because what's happened is that a lot of passes have gone missing in the post. However, most of them are footballers. Jamie Carragher, Peter Crouch, Jermaine Defoe. If you see a footballer, just be on the ball. No pun intended. Sorry.
The list of partygoers is changing by the second. Last night there were 476 confirmations. This morning there were 482. At lunchtime it stood at 491.
Hello, Catherine speaking.
Now there are 500.
Did you not get her guest pass? You said you were coming with Sean Coombs. It's learning how to juggle people and then moving people off lists. It's because there are several lists. It's not just names and numbers. It's security passes. And so, if one person moves, yes, people remember things when things go wrong. When things go right, people don't remember them. So everything's got to go right. Nothing can go wrong. And therefore, every guest I am scared of. Okay, no problem. Right, bye. My rescue remedy is in my handbag as we speak. Haven't had any today, but you never know, it's still early.
500 guests will be touching down in less than 2.5 hours, and that includes the real James Brown, whose gear is now being unloaded. The pressure is really starting to build as Lindy Redding gives her team a final pep talk.
Time is 5:30. I'm going to run through what's happening for the evening. Can you all hear me with this little cymbals going on? Tonight we've got lots and lots of guests who are very famous, celebrities. You'll recognise a lot of them. Tonight we're here to do one job and one job only. We're here to look after the guests. We're not here to become part of the party. In 15 years' time we've made lots of money. Maybe we could come to a party like this. But tonight we're here to work. We're going to open the gates at 7 o'clock. So we need to be ready by 6:30.
I think it's a lot more organised than the last time we did it. I think that the last time, you know, we was literally doing table plans with like an hour to go. So it's been a lot more relaxed, a lot more organised. But, you know, it's still big. You know, I think there was maybe 400 people the last time we did it. So it's grown in that sense.
With so many VIPs coming, one thing the host can't afford to run out of is champagne.
Just setting up this bar for the whole reception. Well, that's our Moët. You can see it over there in a big pile. 90 bottles of Moët and Rosé, which is, I can't even work out in my head how many glasses really. Probably about 1,000 glasses, no, probably 2,000 glasses, something like that. So I think they're going to drink quite a bit tonight.
To create the party of the year, everything has to run with military precision. All diners on a table should get their food delivered at the same time, so the waiters and waitresses practice exactly what they'll do on the night.
If you've got 10 guests on a table, sending out 5 staff, 2 plates each, so they all put it down together, walk away together, just to, you know, just make it look a lot nicer.
Gordon Ramsay won't be in the kitchen himself tonight. He's under strict instructions to enjoy the party. But he has sent down his right-hand man, Mark Askew.
Other key areas, the tuna. Putting the tuna on the plate, full concentration, the paper has to come off both sides of the tuna.
And Mark's clearly picked up more than just culinary skills from Gordon.
We don't want plates coming back from the restaurant with cling film or greaseproof paper on them, so can we be double careful on that? You're all aware of it now. I don't want to see anything coming back from the restaurant.
There's just an hour to go before the guests arrive, and David and Victoria have